Okay, get out of the way, Jesse. Oh. That was going really well until his friend showed up. Hey everyone, welcome back to Control. What happened last time? Oh right, last time everyone got to watch my brain break in real time over the implications of how much Alan has had influence over the events of Control. It's frankly all I've been able to think about for the last week, trying to figure out what Alan created versus what he manipulated into happening versus what just happened on its own. The DLC was going so well. It was fun, it was crossover. Hartman was a horrible monster that we'd get to fight, and then, it just hits you with that free will is an illusion and Jesse might not be a real person. Almost a one-liner. So today we're gonna have hopefully a little bit of a quieter episode. This will be the last episode of Control, and I'm gonna miss Jesse. This Let's Play's been longer than the Alan Wake one, and we've been with Jesse for quite a while, and I'm definitely gonna miss Levitate. But I was running around. I did some running around the bureau, kind of off camera. Found this really cool outfit in the mirror lab. So I think this is the outfit that Essage was wearing when we fought her in the world that the mirror made. So I'm gonna wear this for this episode because it looks really cool. I managed to pick up a bunch of collectibles, including a couple in the Panopticon. I found the containment cells for the Oh Dear Diner thermos that we found a collectible on way back when, and there was also a cell for the typewritten page. And when I picked up the collectible near that cell, I got another almost hotline message from Alan, but since it wasn't part of AWE, it wasn't actually a hotline message, so I don't think I'm going to be able to replay it. But he was just talking about how he's been trying to write his escape, and at this point he can't be sure if when he actually escapes, if it's real or not, which is just kind of sad. So hopefully in Alan Wake 2, Jesse gets to show up in a cutscene or something to rescue him. That'd be cool. I'd like that. So yeah, let's take a look at some collectibles, and then today I want to go down into the mold pit. I've been putting that off because I just hate it. I don't like Dr. Underhill, and I don't like the moldy coworkers, and I didn't like the mold pit. But hopefully now that we have Levitate, it'll be a little bit easier. But I do want to see a couple of these collectibles first. So let's start with I found another hotline message. It's a second hotline message from Alan, but it actually popped up as the hotline. And then I found another episode of Threshold Kids and an episode of America Overnight, the radio show. So let's watch those. Let's start the episode with potentially a horrible nightmare TV show. Yeah. So this one's called the Valhalla Nursing Home.
The Valhalla Nursing Home. Founded in 2014 for Odin and Tor Anderson of the Old Gods of Asgard fame for their twilight years. Built after the Return Comeback tour, flip-flopped to be their farewell tour. Cut short, canceled, to the chagrin of their agent Barry Wheeler. Wheeler had managed to coax a couple of hit songs out of them before that. Balance Slays the Demon, a couple of others. 3 massive stadium-sized gigs. The old men rocked like they were possessed by the devil. Like their namesakes. The backstage parties got out of hand. The air was thick with smoke. Wheeler squinted. His migraine flared. Booze and drugs. A rock and roll cliche. They ran off after every gig. Wheeler had security track them down to the craziest after parties. The Andersons were so old. Vampires. Princes of fucking darkness. After every gig and the rampaging party that followed, it took them weeks to bounce back. And they never did completely. Each time Wheeler expected them to croak. It was that bad. After the third gig, Wheeler couldn't take it anymore. Couldn't stomach the idea of another client dropping dead on him. Wheeler canceled. Called it off. It was over. After the Old Gods comeback tour was canceled, Wheeler set up a foundation with the money from the record sales of the Greatest Hits album, and the gigs. A lot of money. Wheeler was good at his job. Wheeler set up the nursing home facility. The old men deserved it.
Oh, that was really sweet. Aww. So Barry Wheeler is Alan's literary agent, and clearly now a music agent for the Old Gods of Asgard. I also recognize the title Balance Slays the Demon. I haven't heard it yet, but I know it's the Old Gods of Asgard song that was in Alan Wake's American Nightmare, which is the Xbox arcade game sequel to Alan Wake that I haven't played. And like, oh, Barry. Poor Barry. Barry went through a lot. Barry was the one who used Christmas lights as armor to fight the Taken. Langston sort of mentioned that. Okay. Oh, the Threshold Kids episode's called Missing Mama. Oh, it's gonna be horrible, isn't it? I didn't watch it. I just watched like the first 2 seconds of it to get it into the collectibles. Okay, America Overnight first.
You're listening to America Overnight, now in its 29th year. Or is it? It is, don't worry. Tonight we're discussing thrift store oddities and one-of-a-kind finds. Peggy's on the line from Biloxi. She and her husband found a beautiful Himalayan salt lamp at a garage sale. Tell us about it, Peggy.
I'd heard of salt lamps, you know, those glowy rocks you plug in. They're supposed to release negative ions. Clear the air? I got one, only $4, and I put it in our living room. I thought it would look nice there. It gives the whole room this lovely orange glow.
Now, this is usually when the call takes a turn.
It's my husband. When he's in the living room, he won't take his eyes off the lamp. He's obsessed with it. If I turn it off, he gets so upset. He says it needs to stay on no matter what. Last night, I woke up at 3 a.m. He wasn't in bed. I found him in the living room staring at the lamp. He was smiling. His eyes were open, but I thought he might be sleepwalking, so I shook him. He just kept smiling at the light. Then he started to speak. He said, every time a reflection reflects itself, it gets a little greener.
I've read that.
And then he turned to me. He was still smiling, eyes open. My husband's eyes are brown, almost black. But the eyes of the man in the living room last night, his eyes were green.
Sounds just like Decatur. Get everything you can out of her, then call HQ. Peggy, I'm so sorry to cut you off there, but we need to go to commercial. I'd like you to stay on the line, though. My producer, Karen, needs a little more information. Okay?
Okay.
America Overnight. We'll be right back.
Wait. I think I missed something there. Can I fast forward?
You're listening to America Overnight, now in its 29th year. Or is it?
No, I can't. I can pause.
It is. Don't worry. Tonight we're discussing.
I don't know, I feel like I missed something when like he said like, oh, it seems like a something, and then he cut Peggy off. So there was one collectible in the Foundation that talked about everything going green. And I don't remember the context of it other than the person talking about everything going green was freaking out. That, like, he was, like, being taken over by something. That's got to be connected to that. Duh. Oh, because it was... no, because it's, like, the Foundation's all, like, red sand. It's not salt.
Stepping to the SBC, let's rush to do, let's rush to Like the director says, confidential and
Confidential and children both start with C. Okay. Sorry to pause you there, Topher. Dear Madam, we regret to inform you of an incident that occurred during our recent undertaking in Redacted that resulted in Redacted and Redacted. We suffer great losses while Redacted, where your family member was redacted. Blair Wright was a valuable member of our proud agency, and her legacy will live on in our ranks. Please take some solace in the knowledge that Redacted is remarkable redacted for any agent. Please address any further queries to Redacted and Redacted. Useful. Sincerely Redacted. Oh, it doesn't even tell us what year it is. So clearly, like, Meg, this character, Meg, and that's clearly being held by a person and not the doll. God, this show is so creepy. Clearly her mom worked at the FBC and got, like, eaten by a threshold or something.
Let's start with C.
The director's a puppet! A dirty, rotten, fart person!
Dad says my mama went missing in actions. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Topher. We'll find your mama together.
Oh, God, that show is so haunted. Oh, man. I regret finding that. That was horrible. That was horrible. I know there has to be more, because there can't just be 2 in the base game and then 1 in the foundation and that's it. Like, there's gotta be more, but I just don't really want to go looking for them. So let's start old growth. Let's see what's going on. Oh yes, we gotta find mold samples near fresh corpses, toilets, televisions, staircases, and the pit. So clearly we weren't already in the mold pit. Sector elevator, yeah, let's just fast travel. Let's just fast travel. Okay. Research. We don't want to be in dimensional research. Okay, where is the mold pit? Is it in central research? I feel like it was in central research. Okay, it was like a pit in a corner with some like wet floor signs. Okay, it was in like a corner of the bottom of research, right? Yeah, it looks like the mold pit. This will be so much easier to get down here now that we have levitate. I say, nearly causing Jessie to fall to her death. Okay. It'll also be easier to get out of here without having to, like, quit the game to return to my last save point. Oh, right. There's also this elevator. Does this elevator just work? Oh, right. Because I kept dying. I didn't actually use the elevator to come back up and out. Okay. Where are we going? Gotta be going this way. Okay, shall we catch up with Underhill? See if she's got anything to say now that we're, like, officially the director of the FBC and we, like, fought Dylan and stuff like that.
Has Underhill tried bleach?
Right. Right, I remember that.
Have you collected the samples yet?
No. Oh, yeah, she does have some stuff to say, okay.
I assume you'll be staying with us until the mold is eradicated.
Indeed. Until I find a permanent resolution to this pesky fungus business, I'll be here. Perhaps even beyond that, seeing as you are quite understaffed at the moment. Though I hardly have a say in my own comings or goings. Your oldest house won't open the exits until those hiss monstrosities are cleared out.
Glad to have you along for the ride. Will the mold be under control anytime soon?
We were barely containing it with weakly controlled burns. Just look at how it has spread after a few days of non-interference. It's beyond the threshold now. The floodgates are open.
So that's a no.
Americans.
With Darling gone, I'm putting Emily Pope in charge of the research sector. Are you okay with that?
Perfectly. You have pulled Excalibur from the stone, and now decree as you see fit, O Queen. What a true meritocracy we live in.
Glad to hear it.
Oh, it sucks that that might have been the way that she just found out that Darling's dead. Because, like, we found that paperwork that said that Darling and Underhill were in a relationship, and, like, it sucks to think that that might have been just how she just found out that he's gone and potentially dead, or potentially, like, ascended to a higher plane of existence. And, like, as much as I don't particularly like Underhill, like, that sucks. It just sucks. Like,
I had a dream. Or something like one. Darling was there. He told me something, but I can't remember what. I think he's gone.
Right. Well, he's never where one expects him to be, is he? Well, thank God. I can finally stop writing these tedious reports that I'm sure he never even took the time to glance at. If you speak to him again, can you tell him I hope he found what he was looking for.
I'll try.
I should be getting back to work.
nope. That's how she found out that Darling's gone. Oh.
I'll see you later, Rhea.
Dr. Underhill, if you please.
Yes, ma'am. Like, I don't need her to, like, immediately be Jesse's best friend, but, like, we came down to, like, help her because Emily was worried about her. And she was immediately like, "What are you doing here?" And it's just like, you're being kind of rude to this person that you just met, let alone, like, just meeting your new boss. Like, but, okay, let's go find her samples, see what we can do. I mean, I'm sure that Emily will actually read her reports. Okay. Alright, so all the samples should be in this next area, but it's also got moldy coworkers, and I don't like the moldy coworkers. Alright. Guns out. Moldy coworker. Alright. They're definitely going down a lot faster than they did last time I was here. Okay, except I do not know where I'm being fired at from. Oh! I don't know where I'm being fired at from. I hate this level. I don't like this one bit. I don't like the moldy coworkers one bit. I don't like this area, even when I can fly. I don't like it. I don't like it. I know I can't see because I've taken too much damage. And there's clearly still enemies because she's still got her gun out. What is this? Stairs. Okay. Stair mold. One down. This is a chest. Does it have health? No, of course. Why would it have health? Oh, 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 ooh. I know I saw something with a health bar, but let's claim this control point first. Moldy coworker. Be my friend, moldy coworker. Okay. Alright, what is this? Am I gonna fall down any crevasses again? Because I distinctly remember falling down a hole. Oh, what are you fighting? Another coworker, okay. Okay, I'm excited that there's a control point down here. That's awesome. Radio? Radio playing copyrighted music that is turned off. Okay. Oh, alrighty. We got some places to go. Okay, let's explore. Where'd that hallway go? Oh, are they just lying there dead? Oh. Oh, near corpses. Okay.
This must be one of the samples.
Okay. Corpse mold. Gross. Okay, near toilets, near televisions, near the pit. Okay. Alright, let's see what I can find. Where are we? Oh, we're just under research. This is not mapped. Okay. Useful. Okay. Alrighty. What? That's gotta be the pit. Yes? That's gotta be a pit. That looks like a pit. Okay, let's go over here first. Let's see what this is. Lab 6. What is in Lab 6? Televisions? Lab 6 have TVs? No. Lab 6 have toilets? No. Alright, nothing exciting in Lab 8 or Lab 6. Oh, that's protruding geometry, not... Okay, that 100% is the pit. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, ow. Okay, what is over here? Lab 4, 5, and 6. Evacuate area sector G12. Oh, evacuation area C12. Okay. This is where you come as you're evacuating. I do not know what you need to be evacuating from that you're like, oh yeah, let's go down into the moldy lab sector. Oh, TV? Oh.
One of Underhill's samples.
Threshold kids! Okay, I'm being attacked. I am being attacked while we deal with threshold kids. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the control point and we'll watch that, okay? I promise we'll watch that. But not while I'm being attacked by a moldy coworker. Okay, let's pause. Let's pause and watch this new episode of Threshold Kids. What's it called? When you're caught in a house shift. That's probably going to teach us the evacuation procedures. Okay, we haven't seen that character yet, and I'm very scared of them.
Building shifts occur at random and without warning, but with the Bureau's cutting-edge technology, we can stabilize the oldest house. Safe employees are happy employees. Certain rituals allow agents to navigate the oldest house as well. But accidents do happen. Trapping agents inside the walls. I heard you got stuck in your room for 3 days, Topher. Too bad you didn't have your book with you. Or any food. And remember, kids, when you feel the floor deviate, it's already much too late.
Okay, so this is ostensibly a show that they show children, right? Like, that's what Threshold Kids is all about? It's like to give to kids when they're in the Bureau? Or something? God, it's just haunted. And, like, I do not think I will ever not be afraid of Dr. Uncle Mr. Bones, or whatever he's called. Oh! Don't land on the floor. Okay, don't touch the pit. That's fine. We won't touch the pit. I don't need to touch the... Oh! Let's just get away from the exploding things for a second. I think that's a sample. Is that a sample? Everything around it is sparking. Is this a sample? No, it's a lamp. Okay, so don't touch that. But this is definitely the pit. Isn't it? Where's the pit sample? I hate this mission. I hate it. I hate everything about it. Okay, and toilets. We're gonna find toilets. Oh! Why? Why are you being hurt, Jesse? What is hurting you? You know what? If... Oh! Moldy coworkers! You know what? If Underhill wants us to go in the pit, I don't want to go in the pit. She can go in the pit. I'm good. No. No. I hate this. I hate this mission. I hate everything about it. Ugh. I hate it. Where the heck is the pit sample? Where the heck are the toilets? Ooh, I see a bathroom sign. Restrooms this way. Are they still this way? And toilets. Ah. See, the mold, like, glows.
Girl's gonna owe me for this.
God. Gross. Getting Jesse's nice new outfit all, like, gross and moldy, too, probably. Oh, I just got a trophy. I don't know what for, but I just got a trophy. Okay. Oh! Why? Why? Oh no, that's a friend. Oh, why? What is shooting at me? What is... Where am I being attacked from? No. I don't like this. Okay, where? Is that where we came in? It's over there. We've been over here? Oh, what's this? Ooh. Collectibles. Oh god, that's called balloon procedures. That's gonna be like horrifyingly like it, isn't it? Okay. What is over here? Hissing radio. Everything's like sparking and zapping and... Oh no, this is where I came in. What's up there? It's gotta be down here, yeah? Oh. I went for the lamp. It's right there.
This looks like a good one.
Okay. That's the last sample.
That's all 5 samples.
How do I get
these back to Underhill?
back up there? What's up there? I thought up there was where I came in. Oh, nothing. Okay. Okay, fine. There's nothing on this cool upper ledge. Fine. Let's go get Underhiller samples. There's no way you could do that without levitate. Definitely came down here long before getting levitate.
Careful down there. We don't want to have to come save you.
You look like a woman with mold for me.
I have mold for you, Dr. Underhill.
I found L5, but I kind of wanted to eat them.
Why?
The mold has that effect on some people.
Oh.
Likely due to the fact it's not actually mold or even of this dimension. I suspect it is the result of 2 incompatible molecular structures, one dominant, coming into contact. I call it mold or fungus because it's closer in appearance and behavior than anything else we know. Except perhaps bacteria.
She reminds me of my old biology teacher.
Did you happen to meet any more members of my ranger detail?
I didn't see any rangers, just walking mold people. Unless...
Yes, if you found mold people, you found my rangers. I refer to the creatures as hosts. They, like other unwary agents, succumbed to the appetite. But that's nothing for you to worry about. The pill I'm about to make with these samples will make the lower level perfectly safe to traverse. It has the added benefit of immunizing you against the pit's toxic spores.
I feel like I should ask to see her credentials.
There. That didn't take too long now, did it? Ingest this pill, then go and find the source of the mold. Only there can we begin to understand how to stop it.
Take a mystery pill because a rude lady in a hazmat suit tells you to. Great idea, Jessie.
Ugh. Honestly, did you want me to wrap it in cheese?
Not the taste, the smell. It stinks in here now.
Good. That means the pill is working. The worse it smells, the safer you'll be. Now go. Find the source.
I don't want to.
I'll see you later.
Dr. Underhill, if you please.
We have to go in the pit, don't we? Investigate the pit. Okay, collectibles first. Let's Let's read a section of collectibles. How about core research and records? Let's do the research and records. Got some reports, got some research. Employee misdemeanor. Employee Samuel Turnbull. Employee position supervisor agent. Report type misdemeanor assault. Review. Agent Samuel Turnbull committed a misdemeanor while performing his duties as supervising agent of Project Redacted, designed to help undercover agents reassimilate to office duties. The incident began when Agent Turnbull refused one of the operatives' entry into the oldest house, claiming that they'd been compromised. The situation escalated as Agent Turnbull attempted to force a confession out of the bastard. The injuries inflicted upon the victim required a trip to the medical wing. Oh right, we have a medical wing, it's just covered in mold. Agent Turnbull denied any guilt, maintaining that the victim was some sort of pod person and that he, unlike his colleagues, could see their true intentions: to use the Bureau's connections to climb the ranks of the government and eventually into the Oval Office. Action taken. Despite breaching Bureau Offense Code 45, Agent Turnbull was given leave of absence with full pay due to his sterling record. He will be required to undergo a psychological evaluation upon his return. Talented Janitor, compiled by Theodore Ashe, head of research, by order of no one. A strange encounter. The odd thing happened today. I was on my way into the lower caves to visit the id. I was bringing them a teddy bear to see what they'd do with it, when I came across a stranger. I found his unperturbed composure to be in this strange place curious, so I engaged him in conversation. He explained himself in idiosyncratic foreign manner. I believe he's one of the Finnish immigrants that had been arriving in the city. It's odd that the Bureau had already brought us sanitation services down here. Cleanliness is next to godliness, I suppose. His name was difficult to make out, but I found him to be an interesting fellow. He knows a surprising amount about this place and seems to move in it with an uncanny ease, which I admit vexes me a bit. I thought I would master the twists and turns of the beast's belly before some janitor, and yet he easily slipped away and left me lost in the red caves when I tried to pursue. I hope to run into him again. He seems to feel right at home here, as I am beginning to. Perhaps next time I'll introduce him to the id. I bet they'd like that singing voice of his. Aww. Okay. Wake evidence. Admission of evidence, evidence ID 12231-C. Photograph of Alan Wake, captured by Alice Wake during an event in her home. Alice Wake, former wife of Alan Wake, see AWE 35 for details, has recently been visited at night by her ex-husband or entity resembling him, see file redacted for more. Being a professional photographer, Mrs. Wake positioned cameras that with motion sensors around the corridor he appears in and managed to capture an image of Mr. Wake on film. During an interview with Mrs. Wake, she mentioned that her favorite camera, a redacted model, why redact that? Whatever, was lost in 2010 during AWE 35. No match has been found among the confiscated evidence from AWE 35. It has been filed as a potential altered item, and research staff stationed at Bright Falls are being contacted to check if they have any knowledge of such an item. When was the last time we saw Alice with her camera? I think it was on the ferry into town, because I don't think she had it when we arrived at Diver's Isle. Research. Cave paintings, compiled by Theodore Ashe, head of research, by order of director Broderick Northmore. On Art and Time, at first I thought the cave paintings in the Foundation chronicled ancient humans encountered with natural occurrences like weather, but it soon became clear they depicted events far outside the average human experience. Also, it seems I was wrong to assume the images are ancient. Radiocarbon dating suggests something impossible, that I've been down here longer than the paintings. Oh, that's an absurd thought. The style and medium clearly indicate Paleolithic origin. I was ready to conclude that the ancient community of humans lived in or around the oldest house. Now with this information, I don't know what to think. Is one of our agents drawing these, or are there something down here with us? This place has a habit of skewing my results, so perhaps the data is corrupted, or perhaps some paintings were created a bit at different times. The art does seem to chronicle not only the past, but also the present and possibly even the future. I see them in echoes of the boards, the same linear architecture, even what could be interpreted as a director. Are the paintings telling a story that's still being written? If so, who is writing it? Lucky item manifest. Bronze koi fish in China attracts abundance and wealth, feng shui. Horseshoe in Ireland wards off evil. Orientation important. Heels up allows luck to be kept. Heels down, luck flows outward. The Magneki Neko in Japan. Beckoning cat used in shops. Paw held up to beckon customers, creating luck for the business owner. Four-leaf clover in Ireland. Shamrock, rare plant variation. Connections to druidic healing rituals. Elephant in China. Protection, good luck, wisdom, feng shui. Light bulb, various. Documented gambling rituals indicate luck is produced when all lights in the room are turned on. Note, effects of the item are being tested. Consider investigating the orientation of horseshoe. Also consider positioning of feng shui objects. Proximity of luck items may also influence luck readings. And more information on this ritual use, lucky actions to perform and avoid, relevance to OCD behavior files. See 9-28-1672. Okay, Night Spring Play. So I did... Oh, Alan. Ooh. Evidence. Photograph of Alan Wake provided by Alice Wake taken on redacted 2017. So that's clearly the photo she got of Mr. Scratch. Okay, what I was saying is I'm gonna pop up back up here. Let me go and reread all the Night Spring screenplays. I did look up where the other two pages were. I am going to... Let me find... Let's just start from the beginning of these. Note, the screenplay was found after the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series and all its past episode scripts. It appears to be written by Alan Wake as part of an application to become one of the show's writers. Night Springs spec script, episode Over the Threshold Darkly by Alan Wake. Host, voiceover. It is only human nature to wish to control the forces around us, and even more so to possess them. But what happens when those forces are not ours to claim, or even of this world? What if they are things you can discover in Night Springs? Interior Secret Lab Night. We are in a secret lab. The large sign on the wall reads, The Federal Bureau of Night Springs. Scientist. I've told you several times, Director. It isn't ready. Director. It's ready when I say it's ready, Doctor. Scientist. But the being beyond the portal, we have no control over it. The robust director shoves the nerd-like scientist aside and heads for the portal control panel. He slams the on button with a determined fist. Director. All the more reason. The entire screen is filled with dangerous red. Then it fades away, and we see the two men are in another dimension. The air ripples around them as if we were in a 1983 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am sitting in the Texas sun after a 5-day road trip. Interior, unknown destination, unknown dimension, night. Scientist, what have you done? You've doomed us. Director, control yourself, Doctor. Where's this beast of yours? Scientist, right there, sir. A horrible, shapeless, shifting entity fills the horizon. It can't be described. That's how horrible it is. Director, what a thing of beauty you've been keeping from me. The director steps closer to the horrible entity. He reaches out with a steady hand. Director, you are mine now, creature. I will return you to my facility and control your power. Scientist, sir, we don't know. The entity instead rushes forward and engulfs the director. He screams in pain as the scientist looks on and does nothing, like the coward that he is. Entity, subtitled, I am not the one being examined. I am not the one locked inside a prison. Gradually, the director emerges from the entity. His once sparkling eyes are now empty and dull. The scientist rushes to him. Scientist, sir, we have to escape. Director, we cannot. They are in control now. I got what I wanted. The scientist turns from what used to be his director, now transformed into a stranger, an alien that only resembles the director in form. He drops his all-important clipboard as he stumbles towards the closing portal, but the horrible entity is already rushing through it in a flow of insanity and chaos. The scientist becomes caught in it, and the entity devours him, screaming as it enters our world. The director lifts his pistol to his head. His hand is steady, sure in its finality. Director, or so I thought. Camera fades to black. A gunshot is heard. Narrator. Voiceover. And so, our hunger for control, our obsession for domination, and power, the hubris at play in this children's puppet show we're staring in can only lead to our fall from control, to submit to those who really hold the strings and control us in Night Springs. End of screenplay. So, okay. So it's very clearly Trench and Darling. Except that's not how Darling died, we think. I got the impression that Darling ascended to be part of Hedron. Because he was, like, one with the flow of, like, the Hedron resonance. And, like, that's when he disappeared. Like, he was talking about researching Hedron. And I was also under the impression that the board decided Trench wasn't a good director. Not Trench deciding that. So that's interesting. So that's very similar to how Trench got the slide projector that got the hiss into the Bureau. That's clearly representing the hiss coming into the Bureau. But it's also slightly wrong from what we've seen. So that's very interesting. Shall I go into the pit? Shall I see what the pit's all about? Oh. So I don't want to try and speculate on, like, what Alan created versus what Alan didn't create.
This must be the pit Underhill was talking about.
Because I feel like we'll be here all day just, like, thinking about the implications of Alan's ability to warp reality. But we know he said he created the hiss on purpose. I cannot see game. Oh god, this is awful. This is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Oh, they're level 9 down here. No. Oh god, no. This is gonna be horrible. This is gonna be horrible. Absolutely horrible. I don't like this.
Ramsey, Ranger Captain, note 7.25. Underhill sent us down this weird-ass threshold looking for whatever's making all these vegetables sprout. I will say this, it smells delicious.
Oh no. Let's just get in here. Let's see what's in here. Come on. Come on. Toss that over there. Oh, we're gonna have to fight him, aren't we? We're definitely gonna have to fight poor Ramsey. It's gonna be Game of Thrones all over again.
Oh, God. The further I go, the worse it smells.
Okay. Hey, moldy coworker. You wanna come with me? Wanna come with me? Have you found another mold person to go fight? Yeah, you did. Okay. Oh my god, did it hit me already? Oh god, no, that one's hitting me. Oh. Oh, this is all awful. I hate everything about this. I absolutely hate it. Whose idea was it to come down the mold pit? Oh yeah, mine. In other news, I unlocked multi-launch, and it's useful. I like it. Oh, there's another control point. Oh god, mannequins. Oh, more mannequins. Oh, this game is awful. I thought this game was great. It's not. It's secretly just awful. Okay, what you up to, Ranger Ramsey?
Note 7.28. Wait, 6, 7, whatever. Still in the threshold. I'll be straight up eating the vegetables now, because, well, why not? Mom said, eat your vegetables. Eat too many and your skin'll turn green. flickering like Ollie's. Hey, Ollie, what'd you find now?
Oh.
Is that the source? It's
Right,
pretty.
right near a save point. Oh! Oh, it's a horrible... Alright. I'll admit it, I don't remember how to put the shield up! Oh. It's not pretty. Jesse thinks it's pretty. It's not pretty. It's a horrible Dark Souls boss. Let's have some more collectibles before we go back down. Okay, those new multimedia are just, yeah, threshold logs. Let's do correspondence. Let's have some correspondence. To Zachariah Trench from P. Bartwell, Department Approval. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is a perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but an event of erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system that allows us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered material. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. Unacceptable behavior memo. From the desk of Director Northmore, to all Foundation personnel, it has come to my attention that members of our exploration team have been relieving themselves of their God-given liquids into the chasm of the Foundation. As per earlier orders, all personnel currently serving in the Foundation must expel fluids/urinate/do their business exclusively into the correctly colored and labeled vials provided by research personnel. There are toilets down in the Foundation, Northmore. Like, you can just go to the bathroom in a toilet. To do otherwise disrupts the ongoing study of the Foundation and demonstrates a profound disrespect not only for the board and its oldest house, but also the Bureau, so you so proudly serve. I discover firsthand any agents treating the Oblivion as their personal lavatory. They will be forced to go down there and personally clean up their mess. Director Broderick Northmore. I mean, I agree you should be peeing in the designated spot, but, like, what's wrong with a toilet? Book Club, Penny. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Brunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of Cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading, Penny Bartwell. Oh! P. Bartwell is Penny Bartwell. She's the one who wants the dead letter department. Oh, she seems fun. Underhill, checking in. To R. Underhill from C. Darling, how's it going? Hello, Raya. How's it going down there? Enjoying the mold so far? Getting back into life at the old FBC? I also wanted to ask how your coffee with Emily went. She's the star on the rise, incredibly bright and extremely intuitive. But I want to hear what you thought of her. I think you two could be very good on project together. You could learn a lot from each other. Let's get together and chat about it soon. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. I'm sure you can't think of anything beside the mold right now. You always were a woman of focus. I always admired that about you. Talk soon, Casper. Dead letters. Dead presidents. To whom it may concern, I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. The amount of weird stuff I say out loud during this Let's Play because of these dead letters. They appear as spirit guides giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I had a great dead man telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my ability to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. New language. For immediate publication, I learned a brand new language the fish taught me. You probably don't believe me, so I'll prove it. I am not going to attempt to read that conlang. I'm sure it's a language, though. C. Please publish this letter, and maybe other fish speakers will get in touch. You'll be able to read my address, they'll be able to read my address, even if you can't. From Harry Lambert. Jabini Rog. Singing fish. Mr. Or is that how you spell governor? No, it's an intentional typo because the way he spelled sincerely. That's definitely not how you spell sincerely. I called the police, but they never came to my house. I got a problem, and you gotta send folks to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the wall. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs, says a lot of cuss words. The devil got into my house because of the fish, and you gotta come handle it. My wife is real upset. Can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. Oh, poor Dwayne and your devilfish. Dear Gentlemen of Society of Sciences, this one's called White Kitchen. It has been some time since I sent my initial letter. I hope it is not the case you've dismissed my claims outright. In that hope, I am writing to you once more to ask for your help in understanding the oddity that has been following me in my home. I have recently begun renting a new apartment in the city. The space is nothing special, though for a time I found the isolation quite soothing. Recently, I have begun experiencing a strange occurrence. When I'm in my kitchen, a tiny little thing, with not much but a sink, I sometimes lose myself. My surroundings change. I find myself standing on a strange dark stone. I stare at the colorless sky as white as undisturbed snow, terrified of moving. Perhaps this is a brain issue. I think not. It feels terribly real. This has been occurring to me for some months now, and I have become frightened of entering the kitchen. If it's not too much of an inconvenience, I would dearly appreciate a visit from one of you professionals to see what to make of it. I await your response with a little expectation, but with great hope. For yours very truly, Lorraine Fitzgerald. That's eerily Lovecraftian. Once more into the breach. Once more. Then we'll go play a visit to Tomasi. However this goes.
Is that the source? It's...
Hello. Oh. Alright, that didn't quite help me. Okay. Don't try and block that. Alrighty. Okay. That's fine. It's fine, that's fine, this is fine. Oh, ow. Ow, oh, okay. Okay. I'll stand up on the big rock, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. That went better. That went better. That went better that time. Up, Jesse, up. Oh! That was very close. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, just stand there and get hit. That's a good idea. Oh! I do not know what was causing me damage there, but I do not like it. She drop health pips? No.
Nope.
Ow. Rude.
I need to stop being surprised by all the weird shit in this place.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm glad I kept going back to fight it. Oh, okay. Oh, man. Oh, that's not how you should fight bosses. You should not be that reckless. But I was, and it worked out. Okay, let's see if there's anything in here. Oh, control point. Alright, this is clearly how to get out of here. What's this?
Oh, so good.
Oh no.
Need more.
I think our friend Ramsey became a horrible mold monster. Oh dear. Maybe she shouldn't have sent rangers down here. Just maybe. Okay, anything in here? Anything around here? I don't think so. I think just a little flower. A little flower that a mold creature came out of. Horrible, horrible Dark Souls boss. Alright, let's pop back up to Dr. Underhill.
Leech did the trick. Has
You've returned, I see.
Yep.
And you're not sprouting mold from your eyes. I take it that means my pill worked. Now tell me everything. Did you find the source?
Hmm?
You did, didn't you?
I found a big angry plant. Like, gigantic. I killed it.
You killed it! You found the source and you killed it!
Yeah.
I could have learned so much from a live specimen.
Her concern is touching. Really. It's too much.
Here, I brought you a sample.
A piece of the innermost mold. You're not such a lost cause after all. Strange. So different, even superficially. Another stage of growth, perhaps.
Please, no more stages.
You'll be pleased to know that cutting down the creature at the source has already resulted in a notable cessation of the mold's rapid growth.
Excellent.
You've bought me time for further study.
So what now?
I'm glad you asked. While you were busy in the pit, a number of mold hosts were sighted beyond the threshold. They managed to sneak out without the rangers noticing. There's a reason I didn't send Steve and Andy to find the mold source with the others. These vagrant hosts must be eradicated as soon as possible. The mold can still be spread by their overgrown bodies.
Any idea where they went?
The hosts I've observed are not a sprightly bunch. Here are the reports I've received. They'll help you find them.
I'll go take care of them.
Good. And do be quick about it.
There's a nice way to say that.
I got four ability points for that. New mission mold removal. No.
I'll see you later.
No.
Dr. Underhill, if you please.
We have a Tomasi to go fight. Oh, we don't have to come to save you. Yeah. Yeah, you'd be saving me, guys. Is that really a new quest? Mold removal. Eradicate the mold hosts in parapsychology, ritual division, and central research. No. No, I'm not chasing down moldy coworkers. No, we're gonna go fight Tomasi. We are gonna go fight Tomasi instead. Oh. Or we might end up finding the moldy coworkers as I look for a control point. In parapsychology. Nope. Control point. Fast travel. Okay, I want to fast travel back and I want to go talk to Emily and see if she has anything to say now that we've helped her somewhat rude friend. Okay. Anything new to say?
Hi, Jesse.
No. That's
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Please, Emily.
Not even as a joke.
okay. Let's do the rest of the collectibles. Oh, we got new multimedia. Is that just Ramsey's? Yeah. Poor Ramsey. We hardly knew ye. Case files. Eagle Limited Supplement. AWE 44. Event date in 2015 in Bloomington, Illinois. That's the train. Details. The Bureau has gathered concrete evidence that the train derailment was in fact the work of the paracriminal group known as I should know what they're called, but it's redacted, which, according to the Bureau's intel, has shown a concerning interest in experimenting with artificial manufacturing of altered materials. Knowing the group largely operates in the American Midwest, the Bureau worked alongside the FBI to ascertain their movements and rendezvous locations. This corporation provided agents with the information that led to the arrest in conjunction with the AWE case. Under suspicion of involvement, Redacted was brought in for questioning. I should probably also know that. The interrogation performed by Agent Redacted resulted in the suspect being kept in a holding cell for 2 days without food in breach of Paracriminal Rights Act. Afterwards, the suspect confessed to his involvement in the Redacted group and provided information of other members in exchange for his freedom, but we don't actually know. He might have just been trying to get food and lying to us, because that's why interrogations don't work. Havana Supplement. AWE 48 in 2017 in Havana, Cuba. Bureau medical staff has personally evaluated the injured embassy personnel when they arrived back in the country. While the victims reported cognitive issues, dizziness, and fatigue, further testing by Bureau medics found intense cell damage similar to that of radiation exposure. Agents and research staff remained to take soil samples from the surrounding area, but found no trace of an unredacted beyond the health issues of the staff. The communications department disseminated a story of foreign powers using redacted and redacted on the embassy staff, resulting in various health issues that required the embassy to be evacuated. The story successfully took hold, gaining brief international attention. Altered items. The Get Well balloon, AI-58-KE, acquisition date 2004, containment location, Panopticon Floor 5, Unit 9. Item must be kept away from animals. The cell must be regularly cleaned of black substance the item produces. All cleaning tools must be redacted along with the black substance itself. The item is a novelty balloon made of silver mylar. On its face is a colorful message to get well, surrounded by cartoon hearts. The ribbon is attached to the balloon. Item has not stopped floating after a considerable amount of time in the bureau, which suggests it does not hover through the use of helium. The item produces a dark-colored, sticky substance which drips down its ribbon. That's horrible. The Bremen basket, II-54-UE. The items stored in the black rock paneled cell keep away from lab animals when not in use. A simple wicker basket with a cloth lining, no food items inside. This item produces a hypnotic effect that solely affects non-human animals, forcing them to congregate passively around the object. Animals from every genus and species have thus far been tested are susceptible. Single-cell organisms do not appear to react to the effect. Appendix 697. Item was taken into a forest upstate for testing. Results of the test provided contradicting data, as some of the attracted animals exhibit hyper-aggressive behavior. The exercise unfortunately resulted in redacted. Further testing should be restricted to more low-risk animal species with medical staff on standby. My guess would be someone got mauled by a wolf, because that's very clearly Little Red Riding Hood's basket. Pram supplement, the smoking pram. Altered item 13-KE, acquired, that's the verb of acquisition, in 1979. Interview with redacted, conducted at the aid of French translator, November 17, 2009, in a retirement home in redacted France. Agent, where were you on August 2nd, 1979, Mr. Beaulieu. RB, translated from French. So, specific a date, laughter. As if I would ever forget, I was called to a fire on Rue Redacted. Agent, what did you see? RB, smoke, white like a new pope, rising from the windows of a small shop. I sent my men in. I was fire chief back then. What happened next? We pulled the shop owner out. He was already dead, smoke in his lungs. We found the source afterwards, a baby's walker. Poured water onto it, but that only encouraged the smoke. We pulled the carriage outside. Smoke kept shooting out. The crowd gathered. People said it was a miracle, but I disagreed. It seemed like more of an omen. We brought the strange thing back to the fire hall. Some Americans, like yourself, came later and took it away. End of relevant portion. Okay. Typewritten page. This was the one that I found near the cell with the thermos. Alternate item 83-KE, acquisition date 2019. No containment procedures required. A standard letter-sized typewritten page with minor water damage. The page is full of text, but apart from the top 7 lines, the rest has been violently scratched out. Only a few individual words and phrases can be made out. The page emits a dim glow in the dark. When the text is read, there's a feeling of dislocation, as if witnessing the page being written as you read it, and as if reality around you is being redacted to match the words on the page. This feeling is made stronger if the text is redacted. Forensic and linguistic analysis confirm the text has been written by Alan Wake with the same typewriter as the earlier materials discovered at the Bright Falls in 2010. See Bright Falls AWE case for more information. Okay, so it's the same typewritten page. The page was discovered in the instance of the Ocean View Motel and Casino that was linked to the investigation sector. The page has been pushed into the motel's corridor from under the door with the symbol of a spiral. Redacted. But, the spiral... I've said this already. I don't remember the spiral being in Alan Wake. Text transcribed from the item. For 10 years, I've tried to write my escape, only sinking deeper. I used to know where fiction ends and reality begins. Here, they are all the same. It's a hideous trap, my every thought made real. Fear, desire. How can I ever know for sure I've escaped and not just lost in my own fantasy of it? The thought alone can drive you mad. The identifiable words on the scratched out portion. Falls, Bright Falls, haunting, wake, Alan Wake, light switch, ocean, too late, and the final sentence, you've been warned. Which is exactly what Alan told us at the end of the AWE. So that the first 7 lines, that's what the vision of Alan that popped up when I found this said. I don't know what we've been warned about. Oh, I'm so stoked for Alan Wake 2. VHS cassette tape, altered item 12PE, acquisition date in 1978, containment location redacted. Item has proven impossible to fully contain when in proximity of human beings. The item is to be sent to redacted in the redacted of the oldest house in order to prevent any future access. Definitely the chasm, right? Because that's definitely the TV we made friends with in the chasm. A VHS, video home system, tape cassette, item will not eject from the television player used at the time its altered status became evident. The VHS plays footage of redacted entity A-001. Cleaning the floor and dancing. I'm sorry, Ati is officially known as entity A-001? That's not okay. Do we think he's the actual god Ati? Do we think he is the oldest house incarnate as an avatar? He's our friend, right? We're friends. The footage renders individuals incapable of movement, speech, or thought while the television screen is within view. This effect is estimated to last indefinitely, though the most time spent in this state by a test subject is 21 hours. Individuals only recollect hearing strange music during their entranced state. Footage plays on a constant loop even when the television is not connected to a power source. Even when the television and its footage are contained within an enclosed cell with no window, agents in proximity have been driven to open and enter the cell by the item's entrancing nature. TV, our friend, is a little eerie. Okay. I'm going to upgrade levitate. Feels like a nice thing to upgrade. I still can't believe we got 4 points for fighting the mold creature, but we only got 1 for defeating Hartman. It's very unfair. Okay, there's question marks past this turntable. Okay, ordinary dump, transit corridor. I guess let's go to ordinary. The ordinary AWE. That is going to be a long walk when he kills me. It's going to be a long walk. Alright, through here. Through the ordinary WWE, through the ordinary dump, into the turntable. What's this?
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
Mm-hmm. What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
Oh. That's bleak. That's really bleak. How have I not been over here before? How are there, like, new collectibles that I have not seen in the ordinary? Oh, that's gonna be new, too. Is it? All of this is new! Ooh, what's this?
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows. Thank you for staying with us. Here's our first caller.
Hi. What I'm about to tell you, if they found out, I don't know what would happen.
If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very
Oh no, we
ordinary,
have heard that.
Caller.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said. But that's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch.
Yeah, we have heard that. So I'm assuming we've seen whatever this Darling presentation is.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world.
Yes.
In the form of altered world events.
Okay, so I have been over here. I just missed... Yeah, because it's the... There is no salvation. So it's just like this little area I hadn't been in. Okay, let's look at that ordinary supplement or whatever it was. Yeah, because the only new multimedia is that Dylan evaluation. So yeah, we have heard that other one before. Ordinary AWE Stage 2. After what happened at school to Mrs. Chester, we started spying on Tom and saw where they took the projector. Dylan Faden interview 2002. Tom and his troglodytes were using Sled Hill Cave as their headquarters. That's where the projector was. They'd been using the temple slide, we call it that, but really it was a broken concrete thing like a warehouse or a bomb shelter or something. Very dark. The Knot mother lived there with her babies, children, I don't know. She was feeding Tom and the others her milk. They were changing into little monsters. We called them dung monkeys. Said Jesse in a therapy session in 2010. Extrapolated information, unconfirmed existence of additional slide designation temple, unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designated Knot mother. That thing is so creepy and we know next to nothing about it. And just anything, yeah, like it just makes me think of Coraline. And I feel like Jessie had a very Coraline childhood with the Unmother.
How many AWE research areas are waiting in forgotten sectors? I'll need to look into them once the hiss has been dealt with.
I'm assuming we've heard this.
You mentioned a poem.
Oh, here it is.
By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker
Oh.
in the 60s named Thomas Zane. What? I don't no matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself? I didn't. No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this. I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No.
No. Dylan's not dead. referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood? Dolores. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things. Jesse, it felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary. An industrial accident in your hometown that you believe Polaris caused. No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan. Jesse. No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly. They took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jesse, you know he can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
Okay. So I'm really glad that was the one we triggered and listened to again. So, Thomas Zane. We know Thomas Zane is a poet. He was one of the first victims of the Dark Presence. His wife Barbara became an avatar of the Dark Presence. And importantly, he was a poet, but he basically wrote himself out of existence to try and trap the Dark Presence under the Cauldron Lake. And then when he showed up in AWE, he looked exactly like Alan did in Alan Wake, and he was calling himself Thomas Zane, but he was saying that he wasn't a poet. He was just playing the role of a poet in a film because he's a filmmaker. And then after Jessie saw that, she corrected herself, saying, "Oh, Thomas Zane the poet, no, he was a filmmaker, I keep forgetting that." And said, "We know he isn't." But then her psychiatrist said, "Oh no, I looked him up, there's a European filmmaker named Thomas Zane, and the Thomas Zane we saw in AWE was speaking Finnish." I love how everything is connected in this game, but it's also just like absolutely doing my brain in. This is going to be a massively long walk when Tomasi gets me. Is there seriously no faster way to this turntable? Guess maybe that transit corridor south? I could try from there if I don't beat him on the first go. Okay. Wait, can I even get to the turntable from here? I can't even get to it from here. Oh. I can't even get to it from here. I mean, I'm glad we took this detour, because I found some new stuff. Found some old stuff with some new implications. Found this chest that probably has a mod that I can't pick up. Okay. Where's the door? Where's the door? Is it over there? Oh, that's new. Whatever that is. Let me just run out of there and then I'll have a look at it. Okay. I'm glad we took this detour. Ordinary AWE Stage 4B. We went in and met Polaris like a star. She told us we were special. She made us special. It felt like being born or reborn. The world fading in for the first time. Familiar but somehow different, says Jesse in a therapy session in 2010. Polaris told us how to turn off the projector. The dung monkeys and the not mother were coming straight at us. Dylan was crying. I turned it off and they were gone. It was over. I took all the slides and burned them, all except hand, said Jesse. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designation Polaris. Okay. Okay. Turntable. What is right underneath? The transit corridor? I wonder if the transit corridor will get us there. I go this way. Can I go this way? Will this get me to the turntable? Oh, is this just the turntable? That's easy. Alright, we're gonna be friends. Oh! I thought Tomasi was supposed to be here. Not a weird void hiss. It's just gonna kill me. I was also thinking about Tomasi the other day, because he's basically the only main story boss. Like, there was no final boss. There was just, like, waves of enemies, and then a cutscene with Dylan. And all the other bosses, like Former, the Anchor, people like them, like, they were all side missions. Mold 1. Alright. Okay, so there's also a horrible astral blip down there. Locate his corrupted Tomasi. Okay. How do I do that, game? Should I just stay here until the astral blip finds that hiss and then just, like, snipe it from up here? That's an option, right? Okay. Now, I want to be back up here. Mr. Tomasi? Where might I find you? Sir? Okay. Sorry, folks, no boss fight. He doesn't want to show up and fight. Oh, wait a second. That's what, like, breakable walls look like. Ooh, there we are. Breakable wall. Okay. I mean, if you don't want to show up to the fight, Tomasi. Very much like to see you, sir. But I really don't want to, like, be running around at the... What's over here? I really don't want to be running around with the astral blip. Okay, this is Sterling AWE. What's this? Aha! Ah! Found you! Hi. Sir? Oh, what did you just summon? No. No, no, no. This is supposed to be a duel, sir. Fight me one-on-one. Oh, God, no. Do not make me fight a fucking... Seriously? I mean, if I could... Oh! Screaming ass. Okay. I mean, if I could manage to, like... Yes, 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 yes. Befriend the Void Hiss. Okay, alrighty, 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 alrighty. Okay. This was going fine until all his friends showed up. Oh, I could have befriended him. Alright. Alright. Alright! Alright! Sir. Oh, God. Okay, get out of the way. Out of the way, Jesse. Oh. That was going really well until his friends showed up. Okay. Alright, sir. I just... Ow. Jerk. Friendship. Oh, that went badly. Okay, hopefully my friend the Screaming Void Hiss can help with this. Oh, no. Okay. So I don't want to leave this episode on a really down note, since it's also the last episode of this Let's Play. But I also don't want to spend the next hour beating my head against Tomasi. So we're gonna give it a couple more goes, but I'm not gonna hold myself to this boss fight. I am going to throw this tractor at him, though. Okay, run. Get out of the way. Okay, yep, I see someone hitting me. I'm gonna take the high ground, and I'm gonna see what the high ground brings me. for a buff. Okay, that thing's definitely up here with me now. Okay. Come on, come on, health, 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 health. Okay, high ground. Okay, where'd you go, Tomasi? Okay, come on. Come on. Okay. 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 Shake it off. Don't drop the controller. Okay. Okay, where did Tomasi go? Okay, where did Tomasi go? I want them to die up here so I can get their health pips. Okay, come on.
There.
Oh! I killed them before they killed me, and I think it still counts. Okay. I got him. The trophy popped. Therefore it counts. Oh, it has to count, right? It has to count. I'm not doing it again if it doesn't count. Oh, it popped up. Speak to Emily. Oh, it's gotta count, right? Oh, please count. Speak to Emily! Yes, yes, yes. Oh, okay. Let's go speak to Emily. Let's go talk to Emily. Oh, man. Nothing matters, but you get the boss before they get you. That was some Dark Souls shit right there. Talk to Emily.
Where are the files on parasitic entities I asked for?
I found a couple of them.
Hi, Emily.
I took care of the Tomasi problem. Sorry, I forget he was a coworker.
Don't apologize. That wasn't the real Tomasi. He died when the hiss got him.
You're right. I just didn't want to be insensitive.
Sentimentality is a weakness in situations like these, Jesse. That's Bureau 101.
I don't think Emily's in danger of being called sentimental.
Mission complete, Mr. Tomasi.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
Okay. Well, that's Control. That's the 2 missions I wanted to do this episode. Fought 2 bosses. Oh, man. That was more than I expected this episode. Thank you so much for joining me on this playthrough of Control. I know I'm gonna miss Jesse. I know I'm definitely gonna miss Levitate. And there's plenty of more to watch on the channel if you're interested. I've got a full playthrough of Alan Wake if you're watched this and were intrigued by Alan's story. And next up, I'm going to be starting a playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn. So, I'll see you then. Bye.